Chief Judy Wilson from the Union of BC Indian Chiefs. I'm from the chief for Nisconnet of the Secwepemc people, and we're in the territory we come from. It's the pipeline crosses 513 kilometers, and our territory is unceded, and the title is held collectively by our people who are the proper title holders. And Canada is ignoring that. They do not have the consent of our people, the collective title holders, and also they're ignoring that many of the First Nations here, the Tsleil-Waututh, the Squamish, that are opposed to the pipeline. And also they have many others in the interior, Coldwater and Kanakabar, that are opposing the pipeline. The thing that they're not understanding too is there's also the city of Victoria, the city of Vancouver, and the city of Burnaby, and some other lower mainland municipalities that are also opposing the pipeline. So that's a big percentage of that pipeline that's opposed to it. So I think what the message to the federal government is stop bailing out these companies, for one thing. The second thing is stop the investment, stop the purchase of this national pipeline, because it doesn't have they're trying to say it has the best interest of our citizens, and many of our citizens are standing up and saying no, they do not want this pipeline, and it does not serve the interest of the Canadian public, nor does it serve the interest of our First Nations people. It's 1% of these companies coming in and continuing their destruction of Mother Earth and destruction of the water. In the interior, where they're trying to place more anti-spawning mats in. There were some removed last year, and this year's our big salmon cycle run. The big return every 4 years, and if they put those anti-spawning mats in, they're going to disrupt the whole spawning cycle for the salmon to lay their eggs. And I don't know any company in the world that should be allowed to do that type of destruction. Never mind, introducing carrying, bitumen oil and further destructing. There's been spills, and they minimize it. But those are real information we need to get out there to say this is what's really going on, and this should not, be allowed. And they're continuing an injunction, and they're continuing the arrest of our people. They're making it into something criminal where it's not. It's peaceful. We're standing up for our human rights. They're actually violating the United Nations Declaration, and the very thing that they're trying to say they're going to introduce into Canada and to implement, and they're actually violating that today. I'm witness to that, and I'm seeing that, and it is not acceptable for the federal government to be heavy-handed in this way to our people in Canada and our average citizens in the public. It's not acceptable, and I'm hoping this does reach out to around globally, because I think that message has to say this is what's happening to our people. This is what's happening when we stand up to these huge companies that are coming in, and it doesn't matter who's the owner of that pipeline. They have liabilities, they have risk, and they have huge opposition, and they keep trying to say and minimize it, but it's true. You can see here today we have people from different faiths and religions are standing on the line here. We have many First Nations from different parts of the country, and we also have people that are just ordinary citizens coming out here today. And it'll continue to increase until Canada and the federal government halts their purchase of this pipeline.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay.